Welcome back, everyone. When we last left off, Tiger Lily and Adnan were fighting for the position of most boring and monotone person on earth. Whenever Tiger Lily is speaking, it sounds like she's tuning her own voice out, which is definitely not a good sign if she's trying to get her controlling husband to listen to her. Right now, she's a 41-year-old woman being controlled by a man who was 5 years old when Happy Feet came out. Tiger Lily, you really can't let this guy talk back to you. If he starts up with that again, just put him in a headlock and give him a noogie and tell him you'll buy him a soda pop if he behaves. At the end of the last video, they were on their way to Tiger Lily's ultrasound appointment, and Adnan's driving was out of control.
Adnan doesn't take accountability for his actions, and it's ridiculous.
You're just
Okay,
taking
then
like
next
this.
time I will drive.
Stop talking, Tiger.
Stop driving bad.
I'm so annoying and angry now. Please stop. Stop.
Adnan doesn't want to seem to take actions for his responsibilities, so I decided to get married to him and have a baby before I figured that out. To me, the important thing was that we just got married first, because that's the hard part. Everyone's always saying marriage is hard, but it didn't really seem very hard for us to do. So his driving here is very dangerous, but I guess his feelings are more important than their safety, because he gets very upset when she points out that he might get them all killed if he keeps driving this way. But he's the man. If he accidentally drove left and then almost hit somebody, it's because he did that on purpose and he wanted to do it. Was calculated, okay? If anything, you're the one putting everyone in danger because you're getting the driver all flustered and annoyed. You know how nervous the poor little guy gets before these ultrasound appointments. So they park the car and Tiger Lily is crying a little bit, and I'm not even kidding. Adnan goes, "Is it gonna be all day with this? What, are you gonna cry because we almost got into an accident and I'm gonna probably do the same thing again later? At least you didn't get your feelings hurt." You know how self-conscious I am about almost getting into an accident every day? When I ran over that raccoon the other day and you said that I need to be more careful, that wasn't just roadkill. It was a cry for help. I'm scared here, okay? I just need some support from my wife. This is an important time where I need the support. Remember the other day when I almost hit that old lady, but I swerved out of the way and hit a deer instead, which then bounced off the car and hit the old lady? You said it was one of the most horrific things you've ever seen, and that hurt my feelings in that moment when you said that.
Like you'll be like this all the day?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Great. Come on.
This guy offers no reassurance or comfort at all. He seems at best mildly annoyed. Her emotions are simply an irritation to him. He has no interest in how she's feeling at all or how to make her feel better. This is especially alarming considering she's pregnant with their child and he's more interested in behaving like a child himself. If he doesn't learn to take some degree of responsibility, then this is going to go downhill very fast, especially once they have the baby. Anyway, there's a lot more to get into here, but first we're just going to have a quick word from today's sponsor, Hungry Root. Do you ever have those long days where you come home and then you realize now you have to figure out what to do for dinner, even though you wanted to be done figuring stuff out for the day? Sure, you can order takeout, but that can quickly get expensive and grocery shopping can feel like a chore. That's why I think Hungry Root is the perfect option for anyone who's looking to remove the stress of shopping or cooking from their lives. Their selection is massive, and no matter what your dietary needs or nutritional goals are, they're gonna have something for you. Everything I've tried has been great, whether it was just a snack or a meal I had to prepare, and I'm sure that's partially because they use very high quality ingredients, screening out over 200 additives like high fructose corn syrup and artificial sweeteners. Another thing I've noticed is it's made it way easier for me to avoid buying things impulsively, which can happen when I go shopping and I end up overbuying. And it's not as difficult to find the motivation to cook when everything is already there and ready to go and portioned and you have the recipe. If you're interested at all in getting started for yourself, you can go to hungryroot.com and use code SLICE to get 40% off your first box plus a free item of your choice in every box for life. Again, that's hungryroot.com and use code SLICE to get 40% off your first box plus a free item of your choice in every box for life. Anyway, let's get back to these two goofballs and see if they can each put together both of their brain cells to come up with some kind of compromise or solution for their differences.
This is supposed to be like something like good, and you like ruined it. You made it so bad, and I don't want to go anymore. It was supposed to be special. We were like looking forward to going, and it's horrible now, and I don't want to go.
Tiger Lily seems to be upset about something. She's crying a lot and she's saying words. I'm not really sure what they mean because I didn't listen. I want her to stop crying immediately because this is an inconvenience to me. I wonder if I just yell at her and tell her to stop. That should do the trick, right? I could listen to what she said, but what do I have to gain from that? Like the risk reward, it's not really worth it. Maybe I could just smile and wave and she'll stop talking. No, that's stupid. Maybe I could do a thumbs up or just take a bow. As you'll see here, Adnan still doesn't realize what he did wrong, and he thinks that she just got emotional for no reason and that it's her fault for doing that.
You complaining and get mad and crying. What I did to you?
I don't like your driving.
Didn't like my driving. It's enough to make a problem. I didn't do anything.
Yes, it is enough to make a problem. And the other problem is you don't listen and you never change anything, so it just gets worse. It's very clear that this guy doesn't really care all that much about his wife's feelings if his first instinct was to take offense to this rather than consider her safety. Instead, he decided to throw a tantrum and started singing Sabrina Carpenter.
Please, please,
No,
please,
I will
please,
never stop
please,
talking
please,
about
please,
your job. You're putting me and the baby and you in danger.
Okay, I am a bad person now.
I didn't say you're a bad person. I said your driving is bad.
What you do? You want to know?
Oh my god, it's not that hard. Just be a little bit more careful when you're driving and consider listening to your wife from time to time. I guess he thinks it makes him more of a man if he just ignores his wife and it's his way or the highway, but instead it just makes him look like a child because he behaves like one, and then when she points this out, instead of listening, he doubles down and he's essentially like, you can't tell me what to do, nah, 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 nah.
It feels really immature to me when Adnan acts like the rules don't apply to him. I already have 2 children and 1 on the way. I really didn't think I was marrying one too.
Alright, if we're being real, I think most 23-year-olds are going to be kind of immature from the perspective of a 41-year-old, but this is Tiger Lily we're talking about. Even she thinks this guy is immature. That cannot be a good sign. And the worst thing about this child is he thinks everything he's doing is right and he's going to speak with a level of authority that a child doesn't have.
She's keep complaining to me. She's make a problem and she's crying and she's it's my room.
It sounds like he's tattling on her to the camera guy. And she yelled at me and she disrespected me and she put her finger in her mouth and stuck it in my ear. I try my best and all she does is complain all the time, and all I did was run 7 red lights on the way here. So finally, after she has to explain it to him like 10 times, he promises that he won't do it again. But to me, it seems like he's just trying to say whatever she wants to hear right now so that they can move on.
If you want to move on, then you need to like own it and then like tell me that it's not going to happen again. You need to reassure me.
2 hours later.
Okay, it's not happening again.
And then you'll work on driving better.
God, I can't believe Adnan brought her to tears when she just did her makeup so nice. So they go in for the appointment, and because of his religion, Adnan doesn't want any other men to see Tiger Lily, so he asks the camera crew to leave. And she's like, this is so unfair. I don't get this. Why do I have to do this? You didn't have to do it. You made the choice to marry this guy. This isn't exactly a mystery here. This kind of thing is to be expected, and you made the choice to be with someone from a different culture and religion. It's like she thought he was bluffing. Like, wait a minute. I didn't know he was actually from a different country. I thought it was like the Epcot version of Jordan. Adnan, you're telling me you weren't born in Epcot Center?
I don't want to like man see my wife body. We can't the crew watching my wife.
I actually have a barrier that I could put up, a partition.
I actually have a partition already prepared. It was patented by a guy named Usman and somebody named Kimbali. Even if you set religion aside, the idea of asking the camera crew to leave is not ridiculous at all. I mean, I would even want the camera crew there. If Tiger Lily is uncomfortable with him asking the camera crew to leave the ultrasound appointment, then how is she going to be comfortable with anything else?
Because of Adnan's religious beliefs, all of the male crew members have to stand on the other side of the partition because they can't see my bare belly for the ultrasound because it's indecent.
At a certain point, I always have to wonder, why are they even with somebody that is from such a drastically different culture and religion if this is how they're going to react? It's not like I really know that much about Islam at all, but if I were to marry somebody who's a Muslim, I would probably want to know more. And I would also want to make sure that I'm not going around telling people I'm reading the crayon. Nobody knows what the crayon is. They're not reading the crayon.
He bought me a crayon.
So next, there's this whole storyline where Adnan promised Tiger Lily that he would stop smoking, but then she caught him smoking, so he started vaping. But then she caught him vaping, so he started smoking again, but then she once again caught him smoking, so he had to go back to vaping. And then I started to understand why he almost drove the car off the road. He's trying to quit vaping while listening to Tiger Lily's voice. This is probably one of the most impossible tasks in history.
When I first told my dad about Adnan, it was before Adnan and I got married. And the first thing he said was, oh, He's not Muslim, is he?
Oh, geez, that's not good. The first thing my dad said was, "You're not gonna raise my grandkids on a reality show, are you?" I swear, they must be getting married for the challenge. That's the only possible explanation I can come up with. You know how some people are adrenaline junkies and they will take things to the extreme? It's like, I might go skiing for fun, but I'm never gonna participate in the X Games. This is the X Games for marriage. This is for people where a normal marriage just isn't gonna cut it. You know, they want a bigger challenge. Anyway, that is it for this one. I know this was relatively short, but we're going to continue with these two next time. I know I didn't post for a while there, but I'm just getting back in the swing of things now, so you can expect uploads a lot more often. However, I post pretty much every single week on Patreon, so for those who are members over there, you guys know that I never left completely. Honestly, because of the current state of 90 Day, I've just enjoyed making the Patreon videos more, and I've gotten pretty sidetracked over there. Anyway, thanks to Hungry Root again for sponsoring the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
This is supposed to be like something like good, and you like ruined it. You made it so bad, and I don't want to go anymore. No, I will never stop talking about you driving.
Okay, will be like this all the day?
Don't even go there.
No,
You can go ahead and continue to be the bitch that you always are.
I'm not scared of